live. All right. We are live.
But are we alive? Or are we dead in our trespasses?
Are we human?
Little,
or are we dancing?
Yeah, well, I thought of that too. Gonna give a little Sunday sermon on Stardew Valley.
Welcome everybody. It is Karch and I. Dr. Brockledurk will be joining us later.
He's doing very important things right now.
He's eating, which I agree is very important.
What did you eat tonight?
I made these like kind of Asian-inspired burgers that had this kind of this like soy sauce on it. Local wizard searching for a fresh carp. I could catch a carp. And actually kimchi on top, and then like actually a pretty good slaw on it. So it's pretty tasty.
Nice. I also had Asian food. Ramen, inspired by Asia.
Sounds tasty.
It was. Gave me a heartburn though.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
I don't think it was the food. Sometimes when I eat when I'm like tired, like it just doesn't go well. Like if I don't rest properly after work.
You're tired and the system's not ready to digest food yet?
It isn't. It's the weirdest thing.
That sounds like possibly stress-induced is what that sounds
I think
like.
it is. Like, and I'm not like, it wasn't like a hard day. I'm tired. Like, I think it's a physical stress more than like a, take care of the chickens.
Yeah, sure. Let me run all the way back.
Well, Robert takes care of the chickens. Robert's not here. If we kill Robert's chickens, he's going to be very upset.
That's true. I will take care of the chickens. I've just got to check. Aha,
Sean,
copper watering can.
Sean, take care of the chicken.
All right. Let me get my scythe and I'll take care of the chickens. Wink, wink.
Is that BioWare? Is that, what's that game you're playing?
BioShock?
Is it up yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the notification.
Went up yesterday, I think.
I don't get them for like 2 days. I don't know why. That's probably because we're not important and YouTube's like,
YouTube's like, they'll get it. They'll get it eventually. If people are watching these guys, they must actually. They're dedicated.
They understand. Skies
looking for penny just to get my conversation in for the day.
What?
What?
Oh, penny. I see. How do I page? Tab. I don't like that. There we go.
Controller for life.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, I said I was gonna play with the controller last time, and then I forgot that I said that, and now I'm too lazy to get my controller.
Fair.
I've got farming to do.
You do have farming to do. You got melons to water and bring in. I got a bunch of my. Did you water my crops?
I did.
Aw, you're the best, buddy.
I mean, they're our crops.
Yeah.
This is a commune.
I'm not gonna move my house at some point to like the other side of the farm.
Why on earth is the pond as far as humanly possible from like any reasonable place that I would plant crops?
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's this river here, but still.
All right. I'll go take care. Who's your puppy? Come here. No matter pets. Did I tell you I named my dog when, in Dragon Age Origins?
No, I don't think you did.
He had a big square head, just like my dog, so I called him Oliver, just like my dog.
Perfect.
Hello, chickens. What? We got an owl statue?
No, how do
what are you doing? You're an agent of
I
chaos.
am an agent of chaos. There, it's right click.
Oh, look at all these eggs.
And yes, I have an owl statue, and I'm putting it right here with the chickens. Hello, chicken. Nintendo chicken. Brockle Cluck. I didn't even see
I need to go see what he named everything.
And Cluckledurk. Yeah. Nintendo exclamation mark. Chicken statue.
Bet I can catch a carp on our farm. That seems like the garbage type of fish I'd be able to catch in our farm.
It does. We did the summer crop? We did, okay. Animal bundle.
Yep, got a viewer.
Hey, viewer. Thanks for watching.
Ah, I panicked. Pulled it too fast.
We have a third person coming. I don't know who you are, but if you followed us before, you know who it is. I haven't left the farm yet all day. It's gonna be one of those days. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! We'll do that one more time.
So I realized that filming the battle shot, because Katie is just utterly scared of that game. Like she's just.
It's it's got some scary stuff.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure because when she gets scared, especially when she gets startled, curse words are liable to come out. So I asked her what sound effect did she want me to use for when she curses. Instead of just like a bleep, and she wants me to do a duck quacking sound. So
that's a good one.
I think I'm gonna pull the quack sound. Oh, that's a good point too.
Yeah, doesn't have. You don't have to if you don't want to settle. That is, if the duck sound works, it's great. But every episode is a new possibility. Does she know about the new Kingdom Hearts?
I told her yes. She did not seem overly excited.
No,
But she's had a stressful week because she's going into the end of the semester, so she's been working on her big papers.
Yeah. I got a buddy who's doing his courses right now, and he's in a group project that's this entire semester for that class was the group project.
Yeah, she's had things like that.
Yeah, he got fitted with like the two worst people possible.
All right, this lake is terrible for farming, or this stream. Got nothing but garbage.
The one on our farm?
Yeah.
No, it's awful. It's always awful. I don't know why. Unless you do the ocean one or the river fish farm.
I thought at least I could at least catch like carp or something.
You can,
like
but you have to
fish.
get your fishing up a bit too. You have to have a better rod. You have to have like a good fishing skill. I think. I don't really know. I've only played this game for like 200 hours.
Nope, I'm getting a cutscene apparently. Nope, no I'm not.
What?
It just took a second to load. No, I'm disappointed.
Seaweed. Also, sometimes you get a bad luck day, and like all you get is trash.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Hey Pam, you want some beer?
You're a bad influence.
You can't fix Pam, so you might as well just make her happy. You can fix Shane, and then it's really bad if you still give him beer afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I get why he didn't. It would have been a real simple fix. Like after this event, switch the, the reaction and like friendship points you get when you give him beer to like be something he hates now.
Yeah, they did that to an extent with Leia, because after you hit I think 8 hearts with her, she goes from hating driftwood to really liking it when you give her, because it's you giving her something she can make art out of.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. We should learn how to mod Stardew and then record our modding process.
I'm still debating just getting Skyrim modded on the PC and then streaming it. I don't know if I want the world to see like my perfect Skyrim experience.
That's just for Sean?
Yeah.
Understand.
I did kind of like, in hindsight, enjoy my little just chatting by myself episode a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I am still debating, like, maybe I'll just do that every couple of Sunday nights or something. Alright, Penny has disappeared off the face of the map. I have no idea where she is anymore.
She's actually walking right by me right now.
Oh. Where are you at?
I was I was on the right in front of the bridge. She's walking home. She's going to the trailer.
Thanks, buddy.
She's not there at all. I'm kidding, she is. I'm never gonna woo her fast enough.
I'm at 8 hearts. You got no chance.
I got no chance unless I cheat. I could play without you. Our save, or at least my save file, I don't know what it looks like for yours, but when I go to load it, it says 46 hours played, because when we did this last time, I just left it on by mistake.
Were you just like on the menu screen?
Right where it, not the menu screen, but where after you go to bed and it shows you your like tally. I never clicked OK, and so it didn't save the day. And then like I just brought the computer up like I don't know later the next day, and it's like I clicked OK, it saved and closed it out. I was like, whoops. Oh, it's Thursday. You want a rainbow trout there? No, I ate the fish. Oh my gosh.
I heard that too. I heard you eat it. I heard your failure.
Clint doesn't like anything. I don't know what Clint likes.
We lost our one viewer. They stuck around for 5 minutes.
That's fine. Can they see your face?
Yes.
Gotcha.
You can see my face. I got the controller logo in the bottom right. I've got our contact information in the bottom left. I may get rid of the logo. I do that. Boop.
Oh wow. Why am I such good friends with Shane already?
It's all that beer you keep giving him.
Apparently. Must not be the first time because I'm at yellow heart with him already. I'm gonna marry Pam's mom, and then I'll be your
you're gonna marry
father-in-law once removed or something.
I know you meant Penny's mom, but you definitely said Pam's mom.
I did say.
So now you're gonna be my grandfather-in-law.
No, I will.
It's 10 o'clock. Let's get home.
Amending the plan. I will marry Penny's mom, Pam. That way we can be a really tight-knit family. Robert can be our son.
That makes sense. Hello.
Hi.
I'm a Geo. Should go to what's his name?
Oh yeah,
Clint.
Oh hey puppy dog. What did we name?
Oh, that's right. I have a dino
dog?
egg for whenever we get a incubator.
Oh yeah. Karch is going to bed.
Skyrim has tucked into bed.
Skyrim, sleepy.
So you waiting for Robert to get here to talk about your Kingdom Hearts feelings?
I am.
That's fair.
He's a Kingdom Heartser as well. We have fairly similar feelings, except I've come around. I don't think he's had a chance to do that yet. I'm back on the wagon. I'm on the train, as it were. Fortune teller. Oh no, the spirits are displeased with me today.
Displeased. But blueberries and corn and hot peppers. What a day.
I got 3 new foot friend invites today. A day.
That's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It is. We just watched it last night.
Oh, Debbie.
She's a mansion girl. With the kitchen island. Did you get your
watering pail?
Your watering can? Yeah.
Your services, while appreciated, are no longer required.
No longer. I understand. This relationship was always temporary.
So I have a mountain farm playthrough that I started on my Switch.
Uh-huh.
And I've let's coordinate here, man. And what I really want to do with it, why can't? There we go. Is I want to cordon it off. I don't want to just plant like a bunch of trees, but done by seasons. So this area over here is gonna this section is all the spring trees, and this section is all the summer trees and the fall trees, and just have it so I only have, and then I want to have areas where I can move, in each of those areas where I can move my coop and my barn. So I basically only have one small area of my farm I have to go to each season and deal with. It definitely won't be as profitable as some of my other farms, but I think it would be kind of fun to do.
I want to fill my entire field with flowers and beehives.
You pick the right flowers, you make some serious money with beehives.
Right. But see, I want to do this once money's not a problem. It's literally pure aesthetic. I want to get to the point where all I have left to do in the game, aside from some other things, some small things here and there, other quests and whatnot, though. But as far as the farm is concerned, it's self-sufficient, and I can just do whatever I want. And then some trees too. But
yeah,
it's always been. I never get that far.
I've got a year 7 map where I got plenty far. Wait, 27 pieces of hay. All right,
repair.
It's a money day, guys. Does anyone love corn, hot peppers?
I don't know. Hot peppers. Ooh, that sounds fun. Maybe somebody. Maybe not.
I'm just gonna hand out 4 random vegetables to people in town today.
I need a good weapon. I'm dying in the mines. I'm gonna go buy
In
something.
the words of Master Chief, I need a weapon.
I do. In the words of Master Chief, look at my butt.
Can't just be killing all these Covenant with my dong.
That's a good word.
I'm sure that was good for our aimed for demographic.
What was that?
So I figured that was a good choice of word for our desired, I guess, rating level.
Yes. Agreed. Please don't destroy my tent. It's happened before. I wish I could destroy Linus's tent. But it won't let me. Won't do it.
Love me, old people of the village.
Oh. They have a weird owl on their house that I've never noticed before, and it's looking
sweet.
to the left.
Lewis apparently loves hot peppers.
Oh, there we go.
I see a fishing spot.
What, the bubblies?
Yep, must get there. Made it.
Let's let this fish
Do so much less fishing in multiplayer than I can in single player.
What do you mean?
Well, because time, when like you're doing the fishing minigame, time stops
Oh,
in single
true,
player.
true. Yeah.
Oh man, that
hey,
negative
caught a
day's
carp.
really showing itself off here with this fishing spot.
Who wanted the carp? The little lizard did. Oh, he's so far away though. Fine. He doesn't close up shop early. He's up at all hours of the night.
Bringing in the rainbow trout.
Mm-hmm. I had like 4 ponds of them going once, or in another game, trying to get like a prismatic shard the lazy way. Never worked.
I have to imagine the percentage of pulling that off is pretty low.
It is, but it's also not so low that it shouldn't have happened by then.
That's frustrating.
Pretty sure it's like a 1%er thing.
Oh, hi Caroline, where are you going?
She didn't go anywhere. Except...
Looks like she's walking towards the... Here, have a flower. Alex, you're a good old homeboy. Have some corn.
He needs them calories for that mass.
Here, Haley, have a flower.
Pirate sword, silver saber.
You, being adventurous, going to the mines. I do honest work, like fishing.
Us killing monsters is as honest as it gets, man.
I'm pretty sure no one has ever said that adventurers are honest workers.
I didn't say adventuring. I said killing monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it. I don't know. I think both the Seekers of the Hat and whatever you guys will eventually name yourselves are super honest workers.
I would hesitate to call Harkin honest.
He's very little. He's very straightforward,
He is.
even for all of his evilness.
Yeah, it's definitely a negative day. I've caught so much algae. Oh, this is a tough fish. Ah! Oh, my game crashed.
No. Skyrim has quit. Skyrim?
That happened last time.
It did. It was weird. It was that really bad luck.
Yeah.
Game just killed you.
Serious bad luck.
Robert.
Oh no!
Hey, Robert.
He's here. He's here. Robert is here. We're live, by the way.
Should I also be recording?
No, it's Sean's
Nope.
streaming.
Got it.
That's fine. You're good.
Hello, world! Is the world responding back yet?
You know how this goes. The world never responds back.
We're on a 6-year delay because we're not going to be... No one's going to start following us for another 6 years.
By the way, I keep mentioning this podcast and channel to people that I have nothing else to say to, and everybody really likes it.
Good.
You know Manoj?
I do.
I know Manoj.
He gave us kudos and said he really likes the channel.
That's
Aw,
great.
What a good guy.
Maybe that was him. Somebody tuned in for 5 minutes earlier.
I also told someone else about it, but I didn't tell them how to find it. So if that was them, you know, more power to them.
Look at Robert networking for us.
He is.
Using his impeccable people skills.
Except then immediately after telling him about it, I go, but like, don't go see it. Like, don't check it out or anything. Like, just take my word for it that it's like it's great. You know, don't try.
I just skip that step where I don't tell them at all, so I don't have to then qualify. Please don't watch it.
I tell people about that one Mass Effect video I made. That's where I settle.
That's worth telling people about. You should take it. You should take it off our channel and put it on a different channel.
I would tell everybody about Sean's great Christmas Skyrim video, which is my favorite.
That is also very good. Robert, we just read your chicken names for the first time, and we approve.
I don't even remember what I named them.
One of them was Brockledurk.
Brockledurk. And
then Nintendo exclamation mark. Oh, it's trying to sleep. Oh, it's 7:10 p.m. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, Brockledurk.
We need a party duck.
Brockledurk is
That's what we need.
trying to sleep. We do need. I love Party Duck.
I watch that every couple of weeks. I go find it again and watch it. So let's try to see. Party duck cares not.
Oh, man,
Party
I'm so
duck
far
is here
behind
to
on
party.
my critical role.
I caught a bullhead.
Come to bed, Sean.
It's 8:10.
Come to bed.
Never. I'm fishing.
Here, I'm coming.
You're gonna show up just to have to go to bed right away. All right, Robert's here, so we can talk about Kingdom Hearts. Robert,
Yeah.
how excited for Kingdom
Fishing
Hearts
spot.
4 are you?
I have seen very little about it, even though you sent me the trailer.
Did you watch the trailer?
I saw the original mobile games they were trailing, and I decided not to keep watching because
But Kingdom Hearts 4 was at the end of that video.
it should have been at the beginning.
But you have to go back and watch it.
All right, I will. Let's tell you what. I should go. I'm gonna get in bed,
In bed and then go.
and then I'll go watch it.
right now.
Where?
Live reactions.
Where?
I could bring up a video of it and then play it on the screen.
You could, but that could be confusing. If you can hear it.
All right. Oh, look at that. Got some stone while I was fishing. I'm not coming.
We don't need that.
Don't tell me what I do and don't need.
I said we.
This is a communal
you.
farm, all right? You're not the boss of me.
Weethan. I'll never see the end of Resident Evil 5. Why did we do that with that game? Why do we want to call Resident Evil Final Fantasy so badly?
That's a good question.
You started it, but
I
then
did.
like here we are like months
But
removed. and
I
just randomly
I
did
always
it.
make verbal flubs.
I mean, I'm no stranger to them. I just have different kinds. That's all. Especially lately, I don't know why. Reading bedtime stories, and I'm just like.
I'm sure Juliet loves that.
She thinks it's quite fun. Boop.
Bedtime.
How much money we made?
Hey, I leveled up.
Monoculture achievement.
Oh, I got an achievement. Dang it. I hoped I'd level
almost 10K for the day, but not quite. All right, I'm going to the mines. As soon as I finish watering
my
this.
year 7 farm like averages like 7 million a season.
Oh. Oh.
For those who aren't aware, Robert is watching the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer.
Quattro dame. Miyamatsu.
I suppose once you get this out of your system, I can talk about Dragon Age Origins if we want.
Yeah, that's fine.
We don't have to. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I got a credits rolled idea already for it, but I should probably finish my Final Fantasy VII one before I start working on it.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
I'll record the audio.
Unless you don't want to. If you're not as long as you're feeling it, you know.
Heartless just stole that guy's car.
He did. It's rude.
Can Robert, can I get you to hit ready for the next day?
Yes.
So our fans aren't just staring at my day 20 of summer year 1 screen.
I like it.
I mean, it's a nice screen.
It is.
Soothing.
Okay. Now.
Kaplink.
Oh, that's cool. It's pulling me back in.
I know. So good.
Oh man, that is wild. That is really an upgrade to how the game looked.
Yes, it is.
Demetrius needs a fresh melon. You got a melon, Karch?
I will soon.
I would like to requisition 1 melon, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, for a second I heard Stardew Valley music and I was like, this is not appropriate for this. This is not a good soundtrack.
Oops, screwed that up. Good job, Scarecrow. You scared all 12 crows. I'm proud of you.
Did you finish it?
I'm at the very end in the after epilogue part.
Mm.
And Donald's just about to cast Ultima Meteor.
Zeta Ultima Meteor.
I mean, the one-wing angel, what can I say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who is that? Who are they implying?
It's Hades.
Because
it's like blue fire for half a second, then it turns to red.
I see. Okay.
I mean, if it's not, it's a huge fake out, and there's like, who knows who it could be at that point, but because they think he's dead, and so they're going to the underworld to find him. Is the assumption, assuming it is Hades.
Oh, okay. They think. Remind me. Actually, don't if it's gonna be too spoilery. I remember very little at the very, very end of Kingdom Hearts 3. As I complained to before, I kind of blanked out after the soliloquies of all the last nobodies.
So, if you're watching this stream, thanks. And if you like Kingdom Hearts, that's cool too. I'm about to spoil the ending to Kingdom Hearts 3. So he goes to the keyboard graveyard.
Sucks to be me.
To fight all the evil people.
Right.
And he does that, or before he can do that proper, the bad thing happens with like one of the Xehanorts. Oh my gosh, it's so dark I can't see. And like everybody just dies. And he like flips out and does his, main character shenanigans and uses the quote-unquote power of waking to basically undeath everybody. And then after everything is said and done, but only after everything is said and done. For some reason, he like fades away into this other world, and it's as close to like death as we're ever gonna get in this series, I imagine. Because
even more than all the other times he died.
Even more than all the other times he died. Because even death in this game is still just another path to another thing. However, this other thing is different in the sense that they're calling it like quote unquote unreality, like a world of fiction. Which is funny because presumably we're gonna start seeing Disney collaborations with things like Star Wars and potentially Marvel that have a very more realistic look, kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean does. And so, like, ironically, their world of fiction or this unreality is just basically our world. Because the trailer that you just watched was Tokyo. Like he was just in Tokyo, regular world, and there are no Heartless there. There is no like quote unquote darkness or light in the way that we know it from the rest of the series. But then, of course, the giant I don't remember what they called it. Yeah, it invades and then he jumps into it, and so that's it. The premise is that he's, the story's just going to continue because it's not going to be about Xehanort anymore. It's going to be about these things called the 13 Darknesses, which were introduced in one of those dumb mobile games that we never played. Except one of those dumb mobile games we never played has one of the coolest stories ever, in my opinion, out of Kingdom Hearts, and I'm really mad that it was tucked away inside a mobile game.
You just got a tuna out of a trash can.
And basically, the long and short of it is you play as this character, and he's just kind of this no-named Keyblade wielder in ancient times past, before like the worlds got like separated, and it was all just one giant, massive.
Is this before? This was even way before the three Vanitas and them. Okay.
Yeah. So this would be like the furthest back the games have ever gone chronologically.
Old Republic era.
Basically, exactly. And so there were all these Keyblade wielders, and there was this creepy dude. Well, not creepy. He's eccentric, and he's called the Master of Masters. And he has this book of prophecy, and he can see into the future. And he wears the black cloak, like the one that everybody else always wears, all the bad guys. It started with him apparently, and he has this secret mission where he's going to take the Keyblade that you always see Xehanort with. He's going to put his eye in it because there's an eye in that Keyblade, and so that's his eye.
This is how Soul Calibur came to be.
Kind of, yeah. And so he gives it to his apprentice. He's like, hey, I'm going to travel to the future because you're going to take this Keyblade throughout all of time. You're going to hop bodies so you never die, and you're going to see all the things that happen, and I'll write it in this book, and I'll know the future, and I'll stop these, like, ultra super secret darknesses. And so part of that plan involves the main character that you play as in the game just going through Disney worlds and collecting light and blah, blah, blah. And eventually there's a Keyblade War and blah, 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 blah. But the long and short of it is, after all the plot of the game takes place, you eventually kind of lose. Like, you and a section of other NPCs, like, main characters, lose to one of these darknesses. And you go into one of those weird, like, sleep states, like, from Dream Drop Distance. And you're given, like, an option of, like, you can sit here and wait for somebody to wake you up. Maybe someone else will come along and restore you guys to life, basically. Or you can basically reincarnate yourself. And you don't get a choice. The character your character chooses to be reincarnated. And guess who he reincarnates into?
It's not Sora, is it?
No, it's Xehanort. You've been playing as Xehanort's past life this whole time.
Oh, interesting.
And then there's another mobile game that goes over his youth, like before he, decided he was going to become a megalomaniac and try to kill everybody.
Yeah.
That one's still ongoing, but there's I think I sent you the video. If I didn't, I'll double check and send it to you again. It's only about an hour, and he's Australian, so he's fun to listen to, and he goes over the whole story of what I just talked about in more detail. And like I said, it's really good, and it's stupid that it's. Oh, I'm so mad it's behind the memory. So mad.
Yeah, I'm mad because what you're describing sounds really cool, but it's hidden in all the other. There's some pretty big trash that they've released in mobile games. I can't even. On a couple games I even tried to play, I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they'll. No, never mind. I'm not even gonna. I was gonna say I'd like them to make it into a better game, but they're probably not going.
No, you're gonna be you're gonna have to watch the video.
Okay.
And be okay with not being able to play it. I mean, you can. The other one, they call it like Kingdom Hearts Dark Roads. It's not nearly as long. So like you could probably play through the story so far, and then the last chapter releases like this August, and it wouldn't, it'd still be a mobile game, so it wouldn't be that great. But if you wanted to experience, I don't think I will either. I'll probably just wait and watch the video like I did this time. But like it explains who that orange-haired girl is in the trailer that you just watched.
I was worried she was Kyrie at first.
No, it's not.
I was worried she was gonna be like a weird, real version of Kyrie. I'm like, oh.
Probably just as useless as Kyrie. Because she like, so Ven, the guy that looks like Roxas but isn't Roxas. He existed in this like Old Republic timeline. Like he's from that time. But along with several other characters, they like somebody, I don't know who's supposed to have invented them, but they created time machines that'll send you only into the future. Except what it does is it like sends you at the speed of light, which strips away your like physical body, leaving only the heart. At which point you have to, the only way you can rematerialize is if there's like a physical item related to you. So like, for instance, one character comes back because they have like a hat that belonged to them. Someone had the hat, and then they were able to like rematerialize because of the hat. But then if nobody remembers you, because you know how memories are so important in this world,
right?
It's like practically the same thing as having a heart. If nobody remembers you, you don't remember who you are.
Right, you need both parts. Right.
Right. And so there's like combinations of characters who've been flung into the future who still haven't like materialized. There's people who have and don't remember who they are. There's people who have both their memories and their body. It's a whole thing.
No, I'm already in.
It's good.
Yeah,
I started playing 2 again, or I picked up where I left off from like last year. I played Finny Fun with Juliet, and she hated it. She hated it so much. except I messed it up, and so I had to do it again 2 more times.
Oh,
and
no.
she's like, no, not again. I'm like, I have to get the thing, because you don't get the prize, whatever. I don't even remember what it is. And she was like, this is the worst thing ever. I'm like, Uncle Robert will be glad to hear you say that, because he hated it too. I mean, I do too, but
no,
everybody does.
Yeah, it's true. I can relate.
It's the worst thing. But I like how, like, not even as an 8-year-old girl could she, like, even she can see the taste. Her taste is not so bad that she can see the trash that is Finny Fun. The world's worst rhythm game of all time. All right, Sean, you ready to play Kingdom Hearts?
I mean, if you make me, yeah.
If you make,
I mean, I just beat Dragon Age Origins, so I am currently open for another game.
Well, I almost didn't sell my blueberries.
Doggy.
I need a ring that has light properties, because I can't see in the mines anymore at the level I am.
Make some torches, bring them down with you.
I'm not dragging torches with me. It's not happening.
All right. Well.
Fine. All right, Sean, tell us about Dragon Age Origins, a game that's like almost 15 years old at this point.
It came out 2009, so it's only 13 years old.
That's why I said almost.
Yeah, that's fair. It was surprisingly good. So it's obviously I played Mass Effect, but Dragon Age.
Hold up. Spoilers for Dragon Age Origins, because I want to hear about the ending. Go on.
It's it's interesting because obviously they had made Mass Effect 1 at least by this point.
Some parts of BioWare had, yeah.
Hey, load up my fishing. I can now make bobbers. But you go back to the late 98 and 2000, which is when they made Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2, and so this shares a lot more with that DNA of BioWare, and it's interesting to see because BioWare had worked off of other people's properties for their pretty much their existence up to this point, between SWTOR and Baldur's Gate and all that. And then obviously Mass Effect was their own setting, and here we now also have their own setting with Dragon Age Origins. And so I really did enjoy their unique take on a fantasy universe. I enjoyed the cast of the dwarves. Aw, thanks, buddy. Yes, I will accept your melon.
Haha, we're married.
An
engagement melon.
So I enjoyed that. The combat system is very reminiscent of those older Infinity Engine RPGs, both which is both good and bad. But then like the whole lore of the Grey Warden. So that's the thing is you no matter which of the origin stories you pick, and I've played several of them at this point, because I've had several false starts on starting this game. Ultimately, something goes wrong in your life, and you're gonna have to leave your home, and you're gonna go become a Grey Warden.
Dun dun dun.
Like sucks to suck, dude.
Does suck to suck.
And so
which also I have to also mention here that being a Grey Warden is exactly the same as being a Witcher. It's an almost lethal process to turn you into a demon killing, monster killing.
Except the only special powers you get is I can feel when darkspawn are near. Otherwise, you're still just another. You're basically just in terms of.
I think you get some resistance to their like poison corruption.
That is true.
Yeah,
you are immune to that.
But that's it. You're right. You don't get any other special abilities.
You don't get the super strength and all the other abilities that a Witcher would get. And then also, as opposed to a Witcher who basically, as far as I can tell, unless they are like killed in battle, will live forever. It's also like, oh, by the way, you're going to die in 30 years. Oh, and also, by the way, the reason you have to kill the Archdemon is your soul has to combine with its soul and obliterate each other. So you'll die when you complete your mission. It's like, all right, well. Which admittedly, that second part, which is the main spoiler here, doesn't get mentioned until very late in the game.
Yep.
Right. What's the name of the guy who dies in the beginning? Who recruits you? Duncan. Duncan's awesome.
Duncan
I was so
is
mad
great.
when Duncan died.
Like, they definitely made a great character that they then murdered off in order to make you angry. Dang it, Demetrius, where the heck are you? Hi, Robin.
See, now you said you like the lore. I would have to. I guess I'd have to go back and redo it because I remember it being. Maybe it was all buried in the texts that you could find or something, but like I found it to actually be not that good. I was like, okay, this is fine, but like I found the whole Darkspawn Archdemon thing confusing and uncompelling, especially since the Archdemon just looked like a dragon, but they kept calling it a demon, and that just kept messing with my brain. What is a dragon? It's not a demon.
The dragon. It's an old god that's been corrupted by the taint of the Darkspawn.
Right. Like I said.
So when I talk about lore, what I enjoyed was in particular the setting. So here instead of having elves have been around and essentially very very similar to The Witcher, like the elves got their butts handed to them by the humans, and they are actually all enslaved by the humans at one point, and it was all very terrible. So because that's one of the two storylines is there's two different backgrounds you can do for an elf. You can either be an elf who's living in a city, where you find out they're basically second-class citizens that are totally looked down upon and they live in like shanties, or you're the Dalish, which are like the last of a group of elves that had founded their own kingdom. But this is like even the Dalish founding their own kingdom is after the elves had been enslaved by a different an ancient empire and had basically lost all of their history. And then the whole politics of the dwarves and the dwarves having a caste system and I did like that too. Was a little more fleshed out and a little more unique for these what are merely these generic fantasy races.
Sure.
So
I also hated. I think this is really what it is. Probably stems back to. I do not like magical fantasy realms and worlds where magic is forbidden.
Yeah.
I just hate it. I just hate why go through the trouble of creating this thing so different from our own reality and then making sure that no one can have fun with that thing. Like, it's not because it's rare. It's not because it's... I mean, it is dangerous, and that's where it stems from. But it's just like, there's just so much anti-magic sentiment, and it's like, it's so heavy-handed. It's like, the mages are not to be trusted, and blood magic, and demons, and I don't know. It wore thick after a while.
But it also, like, I mean, you weren't fond of the Darkspawn lore, but it was essentially very powerful mages that resulted in the Darkspawn being made. So
it was.
The setting has some continuity here that to me all stacked up and made sense.
I'm not saying it didn't make sense. It just didn't jive. Like you said, it just didn't jive with me. Because the second one just keeps going. It's like, oh, mage is this, mage is that. We're hunting you down. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, like, is that the crux? It felt like regardless of what I was doing, because I never played a mage in either game, and it just felt like that was the only plot point that mattered. I'm like, but I'm not a mage. I don't care. Except like in the second one, like your sister is, so it's kind of more like they try to bring it closer to home. How did your journey go near the end?
So I romance Liliana, and I really enjoyed that. I apparently have something for BioWare redhead characters with accents between her and Suvi in Mass Effect Origins. And then so
Andromeda.
Sorry, yeah, Andromeda. Yeah, my bad. Like, that didn't sound right. Something was off there in my mind. Yeah, so I get there. I managed, I think, to do pretty much all the loyalty quests for the party members. I near the end, some of the remaining quests, like the like the Mage Collective and the little Assassins group. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing these. Like, I have no interest in running in different areas just to do it. Essentially, go here, murder this person, fetch quest anymore. Like, I'm ready to be done. And then I get there where you're near. I've gathered all the armies and I've got everyone. I got everyone equipped and I've outfitted the armies to like the best of my ability. And then then you get the story of, oh hey, one of us has to be the one who kills the Darkspawn or the Archdemon, because if we don't, its soul will jump around and it'll never die, and that's why the Grey Wardens are needed. BT dubs, when you do that, you'll die. So then you walk out to go to your bed, and there's Morrigan. And Morrigan, I probably had, like, I was barely above like a neutral relationship setting with Morrigan.
Yeah.
Because
if you're not going to be a total jerk, she's not.
And that's the problem is I tended to bring her on missions with me.
Yeah.
But I'm playing an upstanding warden, and therefore she doesn't like anything that I'm doing. So I was constantly struggling against getting decent responses and pluses out of her dialogue, but getting negatives from my actions. But I had enough where she didn't just want to sleep with me because she wanted to get essentially have a untainted old god soul in the child. She did want to see me not die. And so my Grey Warden, not wanting to die, succumbed to her wiles and slept with her. Then went and had the final mission, which is tough.
It was hard.
It is. Making sure you make the best use of those the little army squads that you can call in it was a difficult fight. And I was level 20 and I was well equipped. I did love the game has a ton of. I thought I gave him a melon. I walked right past him. Has a ton of like really cool items that you can buy. Except like there are several that are like 100 gold, and that's a lot of money in that game. Because by the end, I maybe had seen maybe 200 gold.
Right.
And so it was a little bit like, here's a bunch, like there's a bunch of gear that I'd like to go buy. What's the best piece? So between I'd bought a really good set of armor for my character, and I'd gotten the dragon. I killed the high dragon that you could kill. So I had its dragon scales plus
I think I did that too.
the Drake scale. So I had pretty impressive armor by the end.
Did you have any of the DLC?
No, because I just downloaded it off of Game Pass.
Gotcha. I didn't know if there was like a complete Game of the Year type edition, because I had some of, like, when I bought it, it came with some of that day one stuff.
Yeah.
That you would be able to buy later if for some reason you bought it, I don't know, used or whatever. That kind of thing. Trap you in for not reselling. And it basically gave you another companion, and he was like a golem automaton, like stone automaton kind of guy.
Okay.
And he was really cool. He was awesome.
Huh.
But
nice.
You didn't get him, so we can't.
Did not have him.
He was cheeky.
But yeah, so I killed Logain, the guy who had
that was
betrayed
the
us.
jerk who betrays us. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so
I think I kill him too. I think I make him redeem himself by dying in battle or something like that.
Yeah, so I let him battle me, and then I killed him in single combat, and then you're given the option of you can either force him to do the joining and join the Grey Wardens, but Alistar basically threatens, like, if you do that, I'm out. I'm gonna leave. And so I just killed him, and then then I told Alistar, hey, I'm gonna be the one who kills the Archdemon. Funny enough, I got to the Archdemon and it was getting getting a little late in the day, and I've been playing too long, and I really wasn't paying that much attention as I was fighting the dragon. Yeah, because you're dealing with a bunch of darkspawn coming and the dragon, and I've called in the army, and Liliana, Morgan, and my main character all got dropped by the dragon. And so here I am just chugging potions. And I managed to defeat the Archdragon with Alistar, and then it goes and plays the cutscene of my warden getting up and killing the Archdemon.
That's so funny. Yeah.
So
I would like to play that game again sometime on a computer that doesn't run on Steam power, because that's the only way I've ever done it, and it was rough stuff. Like, I booted it once on my current machine, or the one I had before this, that was still better than that old one. And I instantly installed a bunch of mods where, like, I had lightsabers, and it was too much too fast because I'd never used mods before, and I was like, I don't know what to do. This is too much fun, and so I stopped. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. Now, of course, I'm glad Jason isn't here, because he'd tell you for the millionth time that he didn't like the way that it tells your final story in like a still screenshot.
I didn't realize he beat Dragon Age.
I don't know if he did, but I know maybe like Greg did, or he and Greg beat it together, and he just really hate, like, that's like the last memory he has of the game, and so he really hates it because of that.
I mean, it's because you win, and then there's the whole celebration. And Alistar makes his speech, and you get to say what you're planning on doing, and then you get to go talk to all your companions, and they kind of say what they plan on doing. And then you go outside, and it has that final little the slideshow. But like, it's not like you didn't go and talk to them about what your plans were and kind of have closure. I got to tell Alistar I'm gonna go wander for a time, and then I got to tell Liliana, like, hey, I want you to yeah, absolutely, I want you to come with me. And so I felt good closure with it. I probably felt better. Certainly, I think I felt better closure out of Dragon Age Origins than I did coming out of Mass Effect 3.
For sure.
Because as great as the Citadel DLC is, it's still not it's not the end of the game. And you gotta go do the end of the game, and obviously it just especially if you pick the Destroy ending. Spoilers for Mass Effect 3 now.
We're just spoiling everything tonight.
You pick the Destroy ending, and Shepard's alive, but you never see them reunited with anyone unless
right.
And who knows what BioWare is gonna do for Mass Effect 4.
Right.
5.
Are you interested in playing Dragon Age 2?
I'm a little conflicted because I did so I made my character Quartz. I made Quartz. I got the roleplay Quartz in it, and I enjoyed that. It's a little bit of a bummer that I know in both, I think in both 2 and in Inquisition you can get pieces of a piece of mail from your Origins character, but it's a little bit it is a bit of a bummer that it's not like Mass Effect or even Baldur's Gate, 1, 2, and throwing a ball before it, where you're able to bring in,
right.
able to carry that character all the way through and kind of enjoy a full story.
Agreed.
So
yeah, it bummed me the most. I was like, especially, I think it's just because you could die. I don't know, or maybe they just didn't want to do Mass Effect again, but this time in Fantasyland by doing the whole carryover thing. But I don't know, it's just really weird that this whole Grey Warden thing was such a big deal, and then they just dropped it. It just disappeared. At least in as far as I remember, it has nothing to do with the second game at all.
Well, yeah. Fight's
Robert,
over. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't need the Grey Wardens no more.
There you go. Did you play the second and third one?
Yes.
Both of them?
Yep.
Were they good follow-ups?
Plot-wise or game-wise?
Both.
Plot-wise, no.
No, just bad.
Now I will say,
did they have good? Is it they didn't have good plots of their own, or
no? They didn't have good continuity.
Yeah, I expected that.
Now I will say that the third one was the best, as far as they opened it up. They returned to more of the RPG roots of it, and the story.
Yeah, because Dragon Age 2 almost pulls a Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2, where it becomes more of an action game than an RPG, as I recall.
For sure. Yeah, it's it's very active.
Yes.
Click to attack and stuff.
Right, yeah, you have to, for every button you hit, you do a light attack or heavy attack, and it's much more controlled, it was an interesting change of pace. and then the last game, I think they returned back to like the RPG route of
Yeah, that's my recollection.
you know, like you can do overhead planning of the characters and blah blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the plot wise, I started out the series getting invested in the Grey Warden plot, and then the other two ones were just kind of like, where'd it go?
Okay. Yeah.
Like it was an interesting world they created, you know, but they just didn't do anything with it after that. They're like, nah, the second one was about rebellion.
Right. It was just it was like a weird filler arc in an anime, you know? Like that's how
Did either of you play Awakening?
No, I never did.
Which would have been like, you know, the thrown a ball equivalent for Origins.
Yeah, it was an expansion. It was just full on, like it had a just complete separate like extra bit of story too. Like maybe not before the ending, but like onto the side.
You could buy it as a standalone game. You didn't even have to buy Origins. But if your Warden survived, they were then your character in Awakening.
Yeah. They do something weird with the Kunari. Is that what they're called?
But they like their appearance changes, doesn't it?
Like significantly.
Yeah, they like reinvent the race.
It weirded, and that was just the whole thing. I was like, how do you do that? It was like Mario 2. Like nothing feels familiar. I just couldn't get over it. I still can't get over it. I'm so wounded. I remember a lot about these games, way more than I thought I would, for having only played them once over 10 years ago. I'm gonna process these geos.
But no, I enjoyed it overall. I'm glad I finally got around to it.
Scratch it off the backlog.
Yep.
Robert, are you still playing Elden Ring?
Yes and no. I'm taking a break from it.
Okay, that's fair.
I got to like the very end, and I put in like I said 90 plus hours, and I got to like the last boss, and then all of a sudden all of my drive was like, this is hard, and I could be playing other games right now. So
what'd you move to?
Let's see what game it was. Oh, I know, because Sean caught me.
What did I do?
He caught me.
He taught you or caught you?
Caught with a C.
Oh, I did catch you.
He caught me.
You little devious. I saw you Tuesday night there, harkening back to old times.
He did. I was playing WoW.
No.
Because I saw that they're going to introduce a new expansion, and then also I'm tired and I just wanted to play an old game.
Yeah. That's fair. I understand.
That's what that's what SWTOR has become for me. It's my like, I want to play something and not really have to think about it.
That's what my phone is for me now. I'm just going to have like 4 Pokemon games of various generations loaded up on emulators, and when I don't feel like playing anything else, that is what I will play.
Nice.
My wife just scared the crap out of me.
So I can see the door into the room at all times.
I need solar essences.
Those are not easy to get.
No, they're not.
Wait, you trying to craft the light ring?
I am. I don't need it now, though. I'm past that part. I guess I don't need them, but still. We need them for the boiler room.
In my solo game, I just started finding them in the mine.
Yeah, I see you popping on there every now and then. I started playing Kirby. Kirby's fun. Cute. That's about all I have to say about it.
That's all I have to say about that.
It's just a delightful little, like, just beat the level. And then if you want, there's a lot of little things you can do in it. And there's these little side trial missions you can do, too. And all these little extra challenges. And Waddle Dee Town. it's like it's nothing special, but it's also really special at the same time.
I feel like that's the sweet spot Kirby has often existed in.
Right. The levels aren't too long, but they're not like super short either, which is kind of nice. And I beat the first boss, so the first area, like which was only like 4 levels plus the boss level. And I have no idea how much more is left. And I don't even know if I'll beat it, but it's kind of fun. I started playing Outer Wilds too, and I'm worried. I'm thinking maybe it's not the game for me.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't dislike it, but there's just something missing as far as like, wanting to play it more. I don't know what it is. I think part of it is because like I was not prepared for the like super accurate physics of moving in 3-dimensional space, like flying your ship and navigating your, jetpack in lower gravity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because if that wasn't a problem, I'd probably have beaten the game by now. Because like so much of it is just like, all right, I gotta fly here. All right, I gotta land. All right, I gotta fight this black hole, and I've got all that stuff. And I don't want it to hold my hand. I don't even want like a tutorial per se. I just want a little bit more. Like it doesn't teach you so you go somewhere and you get a clue, and it updates your little clue board. That clue board sucks. I don't know what any of that means. Like I'm looking at this spider web of like yarn on pins, like on a corkboard or whatever. That's what it looks like basically. Of like places I could go and things I could investigate. And I just don't know what to do. And there's so much stuff to read, which is cool, but I can't remember like that much stuff. Like because it's mostly just conversations being held by the aliens from like that you're looking, investigating the history of. But it's like, that's not stuff that sticks out in your mind, at least not in my mind. And so I'm just finding it really hard to like, okay, I went here and I kind of remember this thing, but then I did 3 other things and I don't remember what I did even yesterday. So I don't remember I can't follow up on it. And it's just, the discovery portion is cool. It's really hard to retain information in my brain with it. So.
I see. But you know that, I mean, like, did you discover that your ship has the autopilot that
you
can
I
also
can fly to like a single planet, but
you also
a
can
super
click
cucumber
on each plot point, and then it puts a waypoint in your map on your HUD.
These are the kinds of things I wish they would tell me, or if they did tell me, like I don't know how to get back to that tutorial. I don't know where they told me and how I can like bring it back.
I think I just discovered that the first time I went into space.
Yeah, I think I had a feeling that so I was like, there's something I'm probably forgetting or missing, and if I asked Robert, he'd probably do exactly what Robert just did, which was give me a nice tip of what I could do. But like,
no,
I'm not done with it.
It waits until like way later into the game, like in a different questing place, and then it's like, hey, by the way, I know you're gonna have trouble finding this. Here's a feature of the game, and it's like it was like at the very end of the game because I think it had to do with the DLC or the add-on or whatever it was. But I recommend using an outline guide, like not a walkthrough, but something that just because then you're gonna get the story that it wants you to get.
Right.
That's the interesting one.
I might do that. Yeah, I'm not done with it yet. I'm just not. It's just not got its hooks in me like I was hoping it would after hearing about it and liking the idea of something that's exploration based like that. I'm gonna go drop this off at the place before I go to bed. I feel like I'm playing something else. Maybe not.
So I'm planning on getting back probably to Dishonored now that I.
Oh, that's right. You were playing that. How did I mean? You don't have to spoil it. I'll watch the video now that I know that it's up. How did your first episode of BioShock go? Was it successful? You'd say?
Yeah. Oh, we had a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably played about 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm not having any issues. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward shooter. The fact that you swap through your abilities using the bumpers is a little odd, but
yeah, I hated that. It's one of the reasons I stopped.
But certainly manageable for me. Boop. I added a clam.
Got a lightning rod. Should go put it out now. Is it gonna work still?
I think it's nighttime that it dictates it. So yeah. Oh, I'd caught a largemouth bass. Dang it. I'd caught a bream too. Dang it. Oh, we already got a bream on there. We're good. We need a walleye.
There we go. Okay, I need a gold bar. And ooh, oh, that's right. I always forget. I only need 2 of these, not all of them. Trixie.
I have 3 gold ore if you have a couple others.
I don't have any. I just need 99 slimes, and then we'll be really close to getting the carts fixed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right, you were saying about Dishonored. Other than getting back to it. If you have
that's
anything else.
I haven't gotten back to it yet, so that's all I got. But I think I'll probably see that one through. And I'm not really sure what I'm gonna play next. Like you, like I'd like to go play Outer Wilds, and I played it to the point where I launched the ship, but it was not like I just wasn't in the state of mind for kind of a slower contemplative game at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's 12.
So.
Time flies when you're talking things.
And then I started writing again, so that always, which I love when I'm doing that, but also I don't have a lot of spare time, so something has to give, and it might be gaming here for a little while, short of whatever we stream, and then filming the Bio Shacks.
It's a good movie. Something's got to give. Jack Nicholson playing a romantic lead. It's hilarious.
It is good.
Greg Kinnear is brutally beaten. And it's only kind of played for laughs.
I regret growing so many crops.
I know, same here. These blueberries won't stop.
Hey,
Go away, blueberries.
I require Jumino huts.
Too bad. Did you just plant all these? No, I planted all these. This is probably. I think I remember you like saying it was ill-advised, but I did it anyway. These melons.
Oh yeah.
The engagement melons. Don't worry, Robert. You're gonna get one too. Time is it?
And then I am like, when it comes to newer games, I am tempted to go play Elden Ring. I am tempted also to go back and play Deathloop, because that seems like that would be fun.
It is. You're gonna be way more interested in the storytelling of Deathloop than you will with Elden Ring, probably.
I assume Elden Ring, just from what I know of those games, it's much more concerned with like its story is not is not center.
Nope, it's not.
Like it's much more implied lore. And it's never exactly clear on things.
And when it is clear, it's super weird and abstract. Like it, you know how like in the original Silmarillion, it doesn't really explain how like someone wills their violence into their sword and then puts it on something and then it like destroys it.
Yeah.
It's kind of in Elden Ring. It's kind of like they get into this weird abstract thing of like you're piecing this together, but it's in this way that is almost like it's like a fever dream almost. Like real
it is
weird.
The lands between, you know.
Yeah. Like it's I don't know. It's okay, but it's really the point of the game is to get good and strong, and then like the game gets easier, but it doesn't. But it does. It just gets.
See that tends to be where my issue is with those with those type of games. Is like I don't mind, and I can't remember what it's called, but there's a phrase for that, like being dropped into the world and not fully understanding like the rules of the world.
In media res.
Yes, thank you. like I enjoy that, and I tend to write stories somewhat along those lines. Like I'm not here. I'm here to explain just enough to you for everything to work, and then imply just enough that everything that it allows you to accept the rules of the world. But like I don't think the Souls, the Elden Rings and the Soul games do that. I think they just kind of like having their obtuse lore, but not really the fact that it's still a foundation for something bigger.
Sure.
Yeah, the foundation, the something bigger is a lie.
Yeah,
it's like it's basically saying, in this game world, there used to be something bigger. That's basically Elden Ring and Dark Souls. There used to be tons of civilization and people and plots and discussions and dialogue. Except then bad things happened, and then the bad thing that happens is like real weird. Like it's like sometimes it's different factions fighting amongst each other, and then it causes the apocalypse, so that you're always going into a dead world, basically.
Yeah.
So
that thing is
I got a coffee bean.
Oh, nice. Is like I like in Meteor Res, because it tends to be just a, it's a way of like, hey, I have a story to tell and I have a bigger story to tell, but I don't want to spend all the time stuck down in the weeds of the details. It's a way to avoid. People do not like some of my crops. This is rude. Haley was like dishing on my hot pepper.
That's what Haley does.
It is. I should have seen it coming. So like that's the issue, is like I like the like I see the implied lore of the world of Elden Ring. I'm like, ooh, I like it, but I know it's not that the implied lore is gonna then ultimately lead to a bigger story. It's gonna be implied lore and that's it. And it's like, well, then you're
like
just teasing me on without any payoff.
right. Yeah.
Not unlike a very limited series anime. They love to do the same kind of stuff, and it's like, I don't paint with a broad brush, but surprise, surprise, Japanese storytellers. And I know George R.R. Martin wrote some of it too, but only some of it, not all of it. And it is this kind of like, it is always just like, in some ways, none of it matters. None of it. It's just cool character design and a cool bio, like a description in a box.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you fill in the blanks. You let your imagination run, and if it clicks with you, you'll just dive into that world and create your own headcanon, and it'll be great. And you'll like connect with those characters in a way that no one else can. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. And like I've done that with some stories, and others that you would think that I would. It just doesn't always work. I don't know why. Like perfect opportunity. I really clicked when I watched Eternals the other day. Or the other week.
Really?
Marvel's Eternals. I thought that movie was awesome. And I could see the complaints before I remember some of them vaguely, but and then I went on, online to see like what was everybody's kind of major issue with it. And it was just like, there just wasn't enough fleshing out. And I'm like, yes, that is true, but I just don't always need that. But sometimes I do, and I don't know when and why that is. But for this movie, all I needed to know, Icarus, kind of a jerk with a mommy complex. The chick that he liked, I don't know, Cersei or something like that, she was super kind and loved everything and wanted life to flourish. The strong dude Gilgamesh was just a strong dude Gilgamesh. Like, I just didn't need more than the archetypes, and I was able to just bask in that.
Enough details for you to fill in what you needed of the world. But then to me, the flip side of that is that still had a story that was enhanced by giving you enough details for you to fill it in, as opposed to Elden Ring, which just doesn't sound like it actually has much of a story.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't played it, but possibly. Like, certainly less of a to B narrative. So.
Yeah, but that also being said, it was not an original plot whatsoever.
What, the
Eternals?
No, it wasn't. No, they just ripped it.
It was literally, wow, oh, who would have thought? The jerk turned out to be a jerk. Wow.
Right.
Wow, look at, oh no, he turned out to be the secret bad guy. Oh no. Yeah,
it wasn't the twist, like, and I don't care that twists aren't twisty. Like, you can't twist me anymore. Like, even when I am surprised, at the end of the day, it only takes 2 seconds before I'm like, oh well, yeah, that was kind of like coming a mile away, wasn't it? Like, and then I just It's everything else around surrounding it that is or is not interesting to me. And
Right.
then when he just like kills himself by flying into the sun, I was like, that was dope. He just killed himself because he couldn't live with himself. I love it.
Oh,
Nobody ever
I
does that.
hated that part because
Oh, I
he
love it.
decided he was gonna fly into the sun for no reason.
No, there was a reason.
There was no
this is-
reason.
This is the difference. It was like, and I can't explain it. It's intangible, but like for me, like I literally can't explain it. But like, I understand why he went into the sun. I can't tell you why I understand that or why it resonates with me, but it does. And I don't know. I love it. I love that part. And of course, they kill the bad guy dies because the bad guy has to die. And it's not no reason. It's because he has to die. He can't be this guy and then get like a Naruto style redemption. It doesn't work like that in Marvel movies. He has to die. Those are the rules of writing Marvel movies. Unless you're Loki.
Yeah, but that's the most melodramatic thing I've ever seen.
Oh, it was super melodramatic.
That was
stupid, but
ridiculous.
loved
I
it.
didn't need that. You can have Eternals. You can have all of it. I give it back.
And then they had Patton. What's his name? He's the comedian.
Patton Oswalt?
Patton Oswalt as the weird, hideous pig dwarf creature that shows up in the extra credit scene, and it was so confusing. It's like, what is this? A Guardians movie all of a sudden? As like Thanos' brother shows up, it's so good.
Look,
Also, apparently
it's Sovereign's
Thanos'
half-brother Sluggard.
I don't remember that joke.
It's when it's Jarvis's scene in the Citadel DLC.
Ah, okay.
I also didn't understand why everybody liked the main character girl. Like, everybody wanted to be in her pants. And there was nothing special about her at all.
She was, in her power,
She was
was
bland.
the most confusing of all.
I just
Yeah.
had an
Because at one
adorable
point-
cutscene with Penny for like the last 5-10 minutes.
Oh, good for you. I also didn't care for her very much in my own. I agree with you on that. Like, I don't understand
Oh no, I forgot to give Elliot a hot
why
pepper.
she was so. She was just the little Mary Sue that the plot was going to revolve around. It seemed.
All I'm saying is, wait, you already saw it? You already saw No Way Home?
I did, but I don't know if Sean has. So
Oh, well then we're not going to spoil it.
I have seen it.
you have seen No Way Home. Okay, we're gonna spoil No Way Home, everybody. What if I told you I enjoyed? I'm not saying it's a better movie, but what if I told you I enjoyed Eternals more than I enjoyed No Way Home?
I would say that you
We would
have
stand
a
around
sad,
pointing at each
sad
other like Peter
excuse
Parkers.
for enjoyment.
I don't think that's true. Though. I don't think it's true. I don't even know my own mind, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I got to be Jason on this stream while Jason's not here. I have to anger somebody with my horrible takes.
It's not offensive enough.
I think I knew just a
the
little
problem.
too much about No Way Home, so that when I watched it, I was disappointed there wasn't more Goblin. I thought Goblin was the star of that movie.
I see. I get it.
As far as the non-Peter stuff. And then it was like, oh, he's barely in this. To the point where, like, him having this weird, him being this, like, metaphor for Peter, just, it started to lose some of its potency by the end. Especially when they cure him, only for him to go, what have I done? And then he's just not, they don't address him, what he did, who he is, ever again in the rest of the movie. Because it's almost over, so I understand that to a degree. But, like, and I hate the lesson. We did the right thing, Peter. I'm like, no, you didn't, because they still went back to their times, and they're probably gonna die anyway, because, like, I don't understand exactly what you did here other than make yourself feel better about the bad decision you made in the first place. But it's okay if that's what you have to tell yourself to sleep at night, Peter, I guess.
You can't tell me that wasn't the most hilarious thing at the end when literally everybody's like, yeah, we saved the day, and then Green Goblin stabs Spider-Man again. Like, that's his, it's like he can't stop stabbing him, and it was so goddamn funny. Oh my god,
really
it was so good. Oh, I loved that part. And then I loved even more that he was like, this happens all the time with him.
It's not the first time. Oh my gosh, not Andrew Goldfarb, that's a guy who works at IGN. Andrew Garfield, who I have always held.
Guys, I can make a cheese press and a quality sprinkler.
But we don't have milk. We need a barn. We have enough money for a barn. I don't know if we have the materials. I'll see. Let's get a barn.
we gotta put the barn and the coop over on that little island thing I identified.
The other raised hill area.
Right.
That's where our ores go. Yeah, that's fine. There's crap.
Screw the
ores.
ores.
Screw the ores. We're
I have
building a
money.
barn. You have money. But no, I've always contended that Andrew Garfield played an excellent Peter Parker, and that the first Amazing Spider-Man was really, really good, and the second one was just okay, but it didn't need to kill that trilogy. There should have been a third movie. I have no idea why they didn't make a third one.
I
I'm
think
gonna blame Jamie Foxx.
I'm gonna go with because Marvel and Sony had made an agreement to have a Spider-Man and an Avengers movie. Or,
I think that's probably the most
with
accurate.
an Avengers, but,
Yeah,
Civil War.
probably.
But it's because he was my favorite. Because he was the only one who had OG Peter Parker was a little too like, I have everything figured out kind of, maybe, I don't know. I'm high. He just seemed like he was high on not like illegal drugs, the kind of drugs that a doctor might prescribe, but he's still maybe taking too many of them or something. I don't know. And then Amazing Spider-Man was like, I have real problems in character development. Like, I'm potentially murdering people in my timeline. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yes.
Let's dive into that. And then he says he loves them, and it's hilarious because they're like, thank you.
I enjoyed Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I thought he was great.
He was great. And then, all the Doctor Strange stuff in Spider-Man was really good.
I think I will say I enjoyed, what's his name? The original Spider-Man there.
Yeah,
Tobey
he
Maguire.
was great.
Tobey Maguire. But I enjoy his, like, why did you tell us he was Spider-Man? He goes, it's not something I just walk around telling people.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I have a secret identity, people. Come on.
And when they talk about, oh man, we have to tell Jason not to watch this because he'll get spoiled on like 7 different things.
The web shooters, where he was like, what's that?
Right, that's what I was about
that's
to
my
say.
web cartridges. What are those for?
It just come out of you?
It just comes out of you? Yeah.
How much wood does a barn need? Do you need hardwood for a barn?
I don't know.
I don't
think
so. I don't think. No, you just need a bunch of wood.
Pretty base level.
Get all the wood.
I eat the cheese. I eat all the cheese.
How do you
Never
unlock the Adventurers Guild?
It's just got weird hours.
They don't open till 2.
Like if you go look at the map, it's got janky hours.
If you haven't gone into the mine, if you went into the mine to get the sword, right?
Yeah.
Then it should be open at 2.
It says proven adventurers only though.
You might need to get to level 10 first. Check your missions; it might have one for you. Quests, your tasks, whatever they're called.
Let's see.
They're called
Search.
your journal. Check your journal for whatever.
I'm never gonna bring Pam a pale ale. Get out of here.
They ask for that so early, but then like you can't even make it till.
Yeah, it's hard to get a keg.
Yeah. It's a weird timing situation. All right, Robin, you better be there. Good, you are. Construct farm buildings.
How am I doing with
Barn.
I have 2 hearts with Marnie.
Oh, it's
Time to go get the pants, guys.
Did I ever send you guys that article? That it was like a joke article, but it was about who was the more ruthless leader, and it was between Tom Nook and Mayor Lewis. And they said Mayor Lewis was a ruthless leader because he's been the mayor of Stardew Valley for so long, and he never did, like, the town was in disarray and falling apart before we showed up.
I don't think I've read that before.
I'll have to find it and send it to you guys.
I have given Mayor
Tom
Lewis
Nook gets
back
a
his
bad
shorts.
rap. Tom Nook is fine. Lewis is absolutely the worst.
Look,
No bones about it.
Tom Nook's
He
just
had
a proud practitioner of capitalism.
he didn't even buy Marnie a nice fish dinner, okay?
He didn't.
Also, he left his shorts there and didn't even know.
Right? He just left without his underwear? Or his
Yeah, we know what he was doing.
I mean, we do.
That's terrible. But also, Marnie has terrible hours too.
She is.
Marnie's
She's
just like,
randomly
it's
like,
just
"I'm just
randomly
gonna
not
leave
there.
today.
You're just like,
I'm just gonna leave.
You're the worst.
Sometimes she will be there and she refuses to do business with you.
I need hay. No.
Oh yeah, she just stands in her bedroom. That's the worst. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
You claim that you love animals. Sell me hay. Nope.
You need to feed the cows amaranth. But yeah, she's like they're there at the bar every Friday night, and like Mayor Lewis is like they're just talking, but then when you Mayor Lewis will say whatever to you, just normal talk, and then you talk to her and she's just like sighing, and I can't tell if it's like a depressive sigh or like I'm happy to be here
like
sigh,
an adoration staring at him sigh.
Right. Also, how old is he? Come on, Marnie.
Well, what's great is the one adventurer guy comments like he has a couple lines at like festivals where he comments about how good she looks.
Right. Oh, he's watching from afar like a creepy sword wielding eye patch creepo.
Yep.
I don't like that you can't make Clint better. He's always like a no life neckbeard.
I bet he has a great Twitch following though.
Nice.
Jason won't get to see this episode, but he would have appreciated that line.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to
Screw
update the description
successful
for this episode when it posts to YouTube.
I hurt my wrist.
I'm basically like, look,
Not
just
even the one I'm
spoilers.
playing
Just spoilers, man.
Well, I think this would classify it as a spoiler cast.
It would.
Spoiler stream.
Spoiler
All
stream.
right, who wanted that rainbow
Spoiler
trout?
stream.
George. Got you, George. Coming to the rescue.
I want my Steam Deck. I want it now.
I love when people greet me in this game with an exclamation point. It's like hello name exclamation point because I've got the question mark. So I've got the like hello Skyrim.
Is that your name? I don't mean. Is that a name?
What?
Because
Can
then
we
it's
all
exclamation or it's question mark exclamation point. So it's just like oh why hello Skyrim.
So alarmed and confused at all times.
Fusroda forever.
Boost road off forever. I need to install running mod where I run quickly.
I am one heart shy from being able to marry Penny.
You ever gotten the horse?
I think
never
you need
gotten the
one
horse.
house upgrade though before you can get married, so I'll have to work on that.
You do. But yeah, I've never gotten the horse because I don't like horses in these games because it's like I can't put the horse in my pocket. I can't summon him. I have to worry about where the horse is, and
He does automatically teleport back to the stable every morning though.
Well, I mean that's nice, but like if I run off in a direction, I want the horse to be wherever I am later.
Yeah.
Modern gaming has ruined me in that effect.
You mean Harvest Moon 64 has ruined you? I mean the horse came when you whistled.
Yeah. You couldn't ride him off of the farm though, so it didn't matter.
You
He was
could
the worst horse of all the games. Actually, I hated that guy.
Oh really?
He sucked.
Wow.
Well, he wouldn't sit still because he was.
Oh,
he had
you're right.
saddlebags.
The worst was when you were trying to put stuff in his saddlebags and he would step away, and for whatever god awful reason, that game's, put my crop in something or drop my crop was the same button.
Yeah. That game is so good, but also so bad. I built the barn, by the way. It's going up on the hill.
Did you move the coop?
I didn't move the coop because there were lots of rocks in the way. And you can't move and build something at the same time anyway. So we'll have to clear the rocks and then move the barn and then move the coop. I'm not a city planner, okay?
Maybe you should be.
I'm a simple green-haired farmer. The dog barking.
Get out of my way, Shane! He boxed me into the doorway and then
Just give him
complained
a
that I
beer.
was talking to him.
Just give him a beer.
Never. Ooh. What's up, Elliot? Night.
Bork Nork the science orc. Bork.
Yep. Tried to catch Layla today and I failed.
What do we need for the greenhouse to be? Oh, it's a lot. That's right.
Greenhouse is tough.
I mean, we're on our way. So sort of. Oh no. I don't think we're gonna get the quality melons.
I've got some melons growing.
I do too, but I don't know if they're gonna be quality melons.
What? How many do you need? 5?
You need 5.
Oh.
I have 9 growing, but they are not gonna be ready in 4 days.
I think mine will be, but I only got 9, so that's. I hope I was smart and put fertilizer down.
Oh well. Robert, you working tomorrow?
No.
Nice.
Lucky. I got an hour early release.
A whole hour.
Whole hour.
Nice.
It's
Hey,
it's the annoying thing that you run into when you're at a joint military-civilian unit, because all they can authorize civilians is 1 hour off. I could walk in and they could be like, "Mybers, go home," and they're allowed to do that, but they won't when there's.
What on earth is the purpose of codifying something as pointless as giving somebody an entire hour off?
I'm sure it's some concern about government fraud and blah blah blah. That resulted in this policy that exists.
Yeah.
When I was working in the school systems up in Chicago, one of the times my dad came to visit us, and Karen, I set up a thing where I told them, hey, so my dad's visiting, and I wanted to take off like 1 day. That's it, just 1 day. But it was like Labor Day or something, and I wanted to take off 1 extra day. And they were like, no, you can't do that because we made a rule, and you can't take off a day that's bordering a holiday. And so I said, all right, fine. Then they're going to come and have lunch with me, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so I waited for them to come, and then I went and introduced them to the principal, and then I said, but I'm stuck here. And then the principal was like, you go home, Rob. You can go. You can leave.
Well played.
And she actually overrode my supervisors, and I could leave, and that was great.
That's awesome.
When I made lieutenant, Katie came and was part of my pinning on ceremony, and then my boss was like you bring her around, and she met my boss, and she met my CO, and then my CO was like, all right, Mybers, go home. And I was like, yes. It's
Nice.
like if this had just been just me getting promoted, they would be like, all right, get back to your ODUs and get back to work. But I brought my spouse,
to us
and
that
then
you
they're like,
deserve
Sean, go home, spend time with your wife. And I was like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's great. Hey, the dog's in my house. How did that happen?
He runs in and he sleeps in a
Yeah.
random house each night.
He picks a place. He's a traitor.
Ugh, no loyalty.
No loyalty.
He just loves us all. We need to make this easy on him and all sleep in the same bed.
That's true. You know what? It's on us. Don't sell the slimes. We need the slimes.
Oops.
Wait. Maybe not. Sell the slimes.
I'm a rooster.
Robert, I think one of your roosters is diseased. Rubbing the darn thing with hot peppers. Lucky for you, I just grew a bunch of hot pepper, you jerk.
Rub it all over him, Sean.
You know what doesn't help my sprained knee? Rubbing hot peppers on it.
Have you tried?
No.
Just don't rub it on your junk.
Already did.
I know. It's my favorite Robert story. It's a cautionary tale I think of when I'm chopping dangerous foods. I love that the water can sounds like a ghost. You charge it up.
I'm watering.
I'm gonna steal this pepper. Yoink.
Robert, put this on your knee.
No!
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat it.
I just press the space bar like it was jump. I don't know why.
Somebody's playing SWTOR in their mind.
I wish. But only in my mind. I don't want to waste actual real life time playing. I have
My issues that I've realized with MMOs is, and it's my issue with basically I've come to realize any open world ish game that doesn't basically allow sandboxing is it just takes too freaking long to get anywhere.
it does.
Like, if you're not gonna let me like settle in and exist in the world, then this travel time is just tedious and annoying.
I'm never gonna finish Final Fantasy 14. I'm not even gonna try anymore.
Yeah.
And so I will forever forever refuse to believe it's the best Final Fantasy story, because that's what everyone says. I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. But I wanted to see for myself, and now that I'm never gonna see for myself, I can just confidently say it's not. Because at the end of the day, it's still an MMO, and those cutscenes are going to still be the way that cutscenes are in MMOs, and it's just, like, you can't have a story just on cutscenes. It's not how that works.
Yep.
And you can't have a meaningful story told in an MMO gameplay, because that's just not how that works. It's not compelling. But I guess you could say about 2-bit any. I don't know what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I'm not playing that game. I'm not doing it. Can't make me. Unless they make the leveling stuff in the lower expansions smoother, like in WoW, which they say they're going to, but we'll see. Like you got through the base game in what, a month, Sean, of SWTOR?
For SWTOR? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it would probably take me 2 minimum to get to where it even supposedly starts getting good. That's the other thing. In SWTOR, at least the base game's interesting.
The base game is without a doubt the best part of the game.
Yeah.
Like the class stories are the best part of that game.
Right, exactly. It was really good, and then it was really bad. Well, not really bad, but like, there wasn't anything at the time as far as endgame is concerned, and the stuff they had planned wasn't that interesting until, what was it? Some Knights of the something or other expansion.
Knights of the Eternal Empire.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I think I'm getting ready to go into like I'm in like the prelude segment before going into the first of those 2 big, because there's like the Knights of the Eternal Empire, and then there's something else of the Eternal Empire, I think.
There's so many Eternal Empires I can't keep track. Man, SWTOR's got some good cinematics though.
What's that?
So SWTOR's got some good cinematics though.
And that's the thing, is those class stories play so well as a single player experience.
Yes.
That's how I play WoW.
Well, that's what everyone says that's so good about 14 too. But again, like I'm never gonna get there. I'm never gonna get that far because they want me to trudge through literally like 500 hours a game first, and like that's doable, but not on the timetable I want.
Mm-hmm.
What is the new expansion they're releasing, Robert?
I know nothing about it except that they're going to be talking about it on like the 19th or something.
Oh, okay. So it's like they've only announced that they're doing it.
Right. But that was enough to get me to go want to play. So
that's how it happens sometimes.
But I'm now I'm also playing it the same kind of way I play D&D, where I want my weird race flavors now. I've played all the normal races, or the ones that I want. So now I love my weird ones.
What are you doing now?
Now I'm doing a Zandalari troll.
Oh, cool.
But my favorite was the Dark Iron Dwarves. Because I could roleplay as Brockledurk.
You could.
And I did. Because I am Brockledurk.
You are.
You're Dr. Brockledurk.
Hey, I found you.
No, I found you.
Yeah, but I have a claymore.
Well, I have a pirate's cutlass.
I just had a cutscene with Leia.
Stop dating all the redheads.
Never!
Holy
You have
crap.
a problem, sir.
Probably.
These fuzzy things.
Nice. Picking up this iron ore.
I also don't have to work tomorrow. This is why I brought it up in the first place.
Lucky.
Then I forgot to rub it in.
Dude. Do better next time.
I know, I'm sorry.
For the longest time, I got to this level in my solo game with just the old rusty
It's so
sword, and I didn't even realize that was a thing I could upgrade until I realized that what's-his-face had a shop. Could do it.
Oh,
Have you ever
I should have tried to upgrade my hoe before fall. Dang it.
If you ever get a prismatic shard, Robert,
Do not sell it.
don't sell it and don't give it to the museum.
Okay.
Have you gotten to the desert yet?
It's just like
No.
just like the dino egg. I've sat on it until we get the incubator.
So, once you unlock the bus takes you to the desert. And the desert there's not a lot to it. There's like a shop, but there's like a space to walk around in, and then there's a mine. Another different mine.
A tougher
There's also
mine.
There's also this weird looking, like, I don't even know what to call it. There's like these 3 pillars, and there's a little spot you can stand in.
Mhm.
Take the shard there, and it'll give you the best sword in the game.
Ooh.
So, and the shard is super rare. It looks like a rainbow stone. It's like you can't miss it. It's one of the rarest items in the game as far as like repeatable drops kind of thing.
Well, that's good you told me, because I would have sold that thing.
Also, for some reason, it's like everybody's most hated gift item. They hate how ostentatious it is.
They hate how great that sword is.
they
No,
hate-
really, they hate that you have it and they don't.
They hate that it proves just how much better you are than them.
Right, exactly. Whereas I have a claymore.
I have a claymore.
No.
In real life,
Okay, good.
There's a...
I have one of the 2 swords that are called a claymore.
Should I
It's like a boss.
stream and or record a Nuzlocke Pokemon run after I finish Chrono Trigger?
I don't
A
know
what?
what that means.
It's when you basically play with permadeath on your Pokemon. When they get knocked
go
out,
for it.
they stay dead. You have to like get rid of them or put them in the box forever.
That would only be fun if they actually, like, if you could make them die with a mod.
That could be cool and possible.
Hilarious.
Robert
There's
being
someone-
brutal.
I'm not even role-playing.
I want your Pokemon to actually die.
You go big or you don't go at all.
You don't even pretend. Gotta keep eating these eggs to make more room in my inventory.
I have so many eggs.
I've eaten so many.
Harp.
I forgot to put them.
I would love to play through the Metal Gear Solid series, but they won't let me.
Metal Gear.
Hey, you want some boots I found?
I don't have any room for boots. Hold on, let me get rid of this. How do you drop stuff? Or I'll throw it in this trash can.
Oh yeah, how
away.
do you?
If you open your menu, like escape on the keyboard, there's a trash can, and you just put the stuff in the trash can from there.
Guys, how I mine for fish?
It won't destroy it?
Well, it will destroy it. So it's only for stuff that you don't need.
It's,
I was trying to give you these boots.
Oh, how do you do that? So
Yeah.
like, select it like you would like a tool or something, or your sword, and then just
I see.
and then come to me. Rah.
Oh, alright. Let me give it to you. These are... What? Won't let me give it to you. That's weird.
Go that way.
Then you'll have to probably put it. It might not let you like select it like other stuff, so you'll just have to put it in a chest, and then I'll take it out of that chest.
Okay.
Tundra boots.
No, I have
Just
2
not-
different boots I don't want.
I wanted these.
2 defense and 1 immunity. But the boots I got are 1 defense and 2 immunity.
Trade-offs, trade-offs.
Yoda.
You guys are in the mines. You're gonna be there, aren't you?
Not too much longer because it's almost bedtime, but
Goes to bed.
now you've put pressure on us.
I did.
Thanks.
Suffer it.
I'm always
hate
mad.
that.
Look at this up here.
I
It looks like a
know, it's
door.
So annoying. It's like, oh, let's go in there. Nope. You found a secret. Nope. Stop eating those eggs.
No.
Sean, guard the chickens. He has a problem.
On chicken guarding duty.
Oh, what's that?
We need a duck.
It's just a pack.
We need to
with,
upgrade
like,
this
gold-
coop
or,
so we can get
coal in
ducks.
it. Yes, we do need ducks. It's a ghost.
Just gotta get to the next level elevator. Come here. Oh, I did 57 damage to that thing.
Nice. I hate bats so much.
You know what? I hate those flying things that start off in the larva form.
Oh, the bugs, yeah. And then their cocoons are like immortal.
Yeah. Can't wait for Haunted Chocolatier.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be so cool.
So much fun.
Ooh, I got a solar essence.
Oh my gosh, this thing won't die. And then it gets knocked back 3,000 feet to the wall.
I can get it.
I just did. Oh, he dropped like a fish, gold, and...
Guys, it's getting late.
Yeah, we.
Oh gosh, it is.
It's getting
I was-
late.
Sean, why didn't you tell us?
I just did.
No, Sean.
We gotta be like one away from the elevator.
We are. So see if you can find it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
But don't like pass out in the mines because you'll lose everything. Also, I found gold ore so I can make a bar.
What time does it force you to sleep?
2.
Oh, I found the elevator.
Yeah, I have 3 gold ore if you need it for the bar. I'm about to have 3 iron bars. Oh, getting close.
I
to
got
the
lots of
level.
iron. I can make plenty. I can make like 5 iron bars right now, I think.
Because I was gonna trying to stock up here, so we'll be ready to go for winter to upgrade everything.
Winter. WHINTR. See, put you in here.
In Dutch,
Coffee bean in
winter.
here.
Now fall
finally
in
started-
Dutch is Herbst.
Duolingoing.
Guys, it's 1:40.
I'm
to put-
running.
I had to
You're gonna-
put things in my.
You're gonna
thing.
pass out on your way to your bed.
He's got time.
I mean,
I'm
it's
going.
almost 2.
Oops, nope.
Nope.
Sean called it.
Karch has made it to bed.
What took you so
Brockledurk
long?
has
I saw
passed
you
out.
running up to the house.
Because I wanted to put the
Oh.
rest of the eggs I hadn't eaten in.
You and your egg problem.
Is that do we want to end on that note?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Hope everyone had fun. Hopefully you didn't sit through any of the spoilers and have something fantastic and wonderful ruined for you.
I hope you did.
I'll have to put some tags. Everyone take care. Have a great week. We will possibly get back to it, but as always, we are never free to play.
Yeah.
Burp.
Where's